What up, y'all? Your boy Brick Street Sprite in the building, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Brick Street Hooligans, Brick Street Media, Hooli Vision. Just wanted to pop at y'all about a couple things real quick as far as what's going on out here in these battle rap streets, you know what I mean? And the first thing I want to talk about is Jag, man, and the King of the Dot. Him backing out of the King of the Dot season / $100,000 tournament. You got to make it to the playoffs. You basically got to be top 4 in your region to get to the playoffs. I know I said 3, 4 to get to the playoffs. And then I think those 16 dudes battling one in single elimination tournament status. You know what I'm saying? Format. So, really all I want to say about Jag is that the only reason I feel like he didn't want to participate against either Fate or Active is because of how badly he lost to Ill Will. I don't think that he felt necessarily confident enough to prepare again in that short amount of time and jump on stage with Fate or Active following that. I don't think he was prepared. I don't think his confidence was where it was supposed to be at. And I don't think he wanted to take another L that quick because it would damage his brand. You know what I'm saying? Because losing to Ill Will is one thing, but then jumping into the KOTD tournament with a name that you have and the way that you speak and the way that you talk about yourself, and losing to somebody like Active who's fired and so is Fate, but they losing to them is different than losing to Ill Will. It's gonna damage your brand if you take both those losses. Really, it don't matter who you lose to back to back like that. If you was to get killed, then you definitely damaging your brand. Because I heard they snatched the Arsenal battle off the table, as far as Jag and Arsenal, RBE or whoever was gonna put that battle on and put the money up for that battle, snatched that contract off the table after the Ill Will joint. Because once you see Ill Will do him like that, then you like, damn, why would I put him in front of Arsenal? Because it could go just as bad. You know what I mean? That's a Mount Rushmore dude who, if you're not ready and not on that level yet and haven't completely found yourself as a battle rapper, which Jag hasn't. Jag has the ability to be good and to possibly be great because of how well he can perform and his believability and just his ability in general, man. He's got bars. He just hasn't completely figured it out yet. You know what I mean? There's some things that he needs to fine tune, you know what I mean, and get back it. He needs to go back to the drawing board a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and take some time off for a minute, not for a long time, but long enough to reflect and then figure out what he needs to do and improve on. You know what I'm saying? I think that was gonna happen too quick. He did not want to get killed. Also, QP coming out and saying that he he uh he you know what did he got freaky with Jazz the Rapper. They was in the hotel and they did 69 or whatever. He's saying that she sucked him off and he ate her out. Okay. What I really wanted to say about that is I believe all of that, of course, but that's not really what I wanted to speak on it for. I wanted to speak on it because I heard Misfit speaking on it in her show, My Dumb Advice. And we haven't gotten that Misfit Jazz the Rapper battle that they had been talking about for so long. And the reason why is because Misfit showed her hand with that Jazz the Dispatcher shit. That was like one of her main angles. She didn't think Jazz was ever coming outside for her. So when she did that, she lost one of her major angles. And it didn't even hit when they did that. You know what I mean? So basically she's saying that it's money and that's why they're not battling, but that's not the case because ARP offered to pay them both 50 racks. He offered to give 100 racks to that battle to basically pay both of them 50 racks to battle each other. So it's not really a money thing, I don't think. And I really think what it is Misfit is trying to buy time to, as far as, you know, coming up with the right approach, you know what I mean, and strategy to beat and to battle a Jazz the Rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because I think she was having trouble as far as like 3 rounds of material and what would really hit and having enough material and the right angles to actually beat Jazz. You know what I mean? Like by showing her hand with the dispatcher shit, she lost a major angle that she could have used in that battle, so she was waiting on something to present itself. And now, the reason I bring up the QP shit is because now it has. I wouldn't be surprised if Misfit is ready sooner than you think now, because not necessarily with the 69, but with the whole relationship with QP, now she can write a whole angle as far as like ghostwriting and as far as allegations of QP helping her. Even if it's not necessarily true, we know that it's coming from some sort of a realm of reality because they had some sort of relationship. You know what I mean? And if they were willing to do 69 with each other, then you think they didn't talk about battle rap? I heard QP say that. You think we didn't talk about battle rap bars? So I'm thinking that um, they possibly, even if they didn't, you know that they probably did talk battle rap, but she can now paint an angle, and if you do it right, you could use that as far as an ill angle. You could paint an ill picture of Jazz using that angle if you know how to do it, and if you angle it correctly. You know what I'm saying? If you orchestrate it correctly. That's just my thoughts on it. I think that gives her a lot more firepower, Misfit, if she wants to use it. So I just want to see that battle. I'm gonna continue to promote it because I think that's two of the best females. I think 40 Bars, Jazz, and Misfit are the best female battle rappers in my opinion. That's the top three. Um, and then I'd put Hustle up there probably as four. And then my fifth, I don't know, probably Coffee right now. You know what I'm saying? But um, or maybe like it'd be E Heart would be my fifth. E Heart, she might be the number one, but that'd be my top five, not necessarily in that order, but as far as female MCs go. um yeah, man. I just think that that's an angle that needs to be, that she could definitely use, man. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. That's a crazy angle, dog. Like I don't know. I just wanted to speak on that, man, because that's something that's my feelings as far as why Misfit hasn't and Jazz haven't battled, and that's why she's saying it's a money thing when obviously it's not a money thing. You know what I'm saying? Also, the Math Hoffa shit. Um, as far as him saying that nobody would miss Dre Dennis if he died. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily agree with that, but I think people are kind of taking that and overreacting to that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't think he necessarily was saying I want Dre Dennis to die. That's not what he said. He just said nobody would miss you if you died. That's a little different. I don't think because people were like, yo, he has kids, and he didn't say he was gonna kill my mans or say he wanted him to die. He just said nobody would miss you if you died. Now it's still a little harsh, but I don't think that's too crazy, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Um, I just think people overreact to that type of shit. But I do think that every time that you paint that picture of Math as the bad guy, it motivates him in battles. And he is usually, obviously, always better when he's motivated. That bully, bad guy shit and trying to push him into a corner usually works out better for the actual battle and how he performs in the battle. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a classic back and forth now, because Dre Dennis is always ready, always fire. I fuck with Dre Dennis. He's gotten so much better over time. And yeah, man, I wouldn't be surprised if that shit is crazy now, that battle, that Dre Dennis Math Hoffa battle. Um, I'm looking forward to that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Also, Bill Collector, man. I saw something where he was speaking on Loaded Lux on Angry Fan, talking about how he would wash Lux. And all I wanted to say is it was funny because Cass was like, wash what? His car? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yeah, that's more like it because you ain't washing Lux, bro. You talking about, and like all of his points were just, oh, people, it take people put him up on a pedestal because it takes this long to figure his shit out. You have to watch it 15 times. And yeah, that's what's great about Lux. We look at him as one of the best pens, dog. You, Bill Collector, by saying that everyone understands your shit, you're fired, bro. Bill Collector is fired, but he's not on Lux's level. Bill Collector would get washed by Lux if you ask me. He definitely wouldn't 30 him. It might be a better battle than people think, you know what I'm saying? Bill Collector's fired, but everyone understanding your shit, Bill Collector said that like it was a great thing. Everyone understands all my shit. Everyone understands all my shit. And That's cool, but I always think there's something to be said about people that you have to listen to a couple of times to get everything. I think that's dope. It makes you think. It's like, it's thought provoking, man. You might have to listen to it a couple of times, like a QP or a Loaded Lux, a Quantum Physics, you know what I mean? Or a Loaded Lux, or whoever your favorite pen is, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, man. I just think that I think that that's not a bad thing. I think I love those type of writers, man, that write that intricate shit, layered shit that you might have to listen to a couple of times and you won't just get it right off the rip. Yeah, there's also battlers like Geechee, like who can also get lyrical too, man. But him and Bill Collector do have the ability to be digestible without being too simple. But you don't want to be too simple, you know what I'm saying, or too basic, because it takes away from, like, I don't know, it just, there's something to be said to me about somebody that's so lyrical that you have to listen to it a few times. That's a dope lyricist, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily want to be able to figure it out easily all the time. Make me think a little bit, man, you know what I mean? That's fun to me, you know what I'm saying? Like breaking the bars down and having to go back and break the bars down for real, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be too easy. Make me think a little bit, man, you know what I'm saying? And I think Geechee's good at throwing a few things in there. He's mostly all real digestible, but he's good at throwing a few things in there that are thought provoking. You know what I mean? And I think Bill Collector sometimes is a little too simple. But he's been on fire lately. He killed Stack Almighty. But I heard Stack Almighty in that interview talking about with Angry Fan, talking about how he said he had COVID, and then because they were supposed to battle in Detroit and they got pushed to the East Coast. And I do think that battle might have been a little different. I still think Bill Collector would have won the battle, but because Bill was fire in that battle, but he would have got more of a crowd reaction. Stack Almighty in his hometown, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anybody could debate that he would definitely get at least more reaction and more support in Detroit, you know what I'm saying, than he would out east where no one really knows who he is. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just think it's tough. You know what I mean? If someone has COVID, then you have to push it back. But that that really did hurt Stack Almighty's chances. You know what I'm saying, of possibly making that battle more debatable or even more respectable, because on the East nobody knows who the fuck he is, and in Detroit he definitely would have got more love. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think about that. But I think Lux would definitely beat fucking Bill Collector. Bill Collector's fire, but he ain't fucking with Lux, man. Come on, dog. Like, come on, man. I'm also gonna be doing a prediction blog on the Civil War card, man. You know what I'm saying? And or if I can do it tonight, I'm gonna do one on the Gates of the Garden shit that's popping tomorrow on the 14th. You know what I mean? Because that's a dope ass card, that Gates of the Garden shit. If uh, if y'all can, then check that shit out. Order the pay per view. Rio Nikosi's on the shit. His first in person battle, I think, at least on that level. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Rio is doing his fucking thing. Shout out to Rio, man. Word Sport Battleground, always catching bodies, and now he's at Gates of the Garden battling Lady Caution. I'm excited about that shit, man. It's gonna be fire. Rio's always fire, so I expect nothing less from him in this battle. That's gonna be dope, man. You know what I'm saying? I also heard Ill Will is battling somebody, but I saw who is it? Bigg K Charlie Clips, dog. That's a headliner that I just saw. I didn't see the rest of the card, but Bigg K Charlie Clips' return to battle rap. That's gonna be crazy, man. Clips, one of the best punchers to me of all time, whether you want to put him in that category or not. Bigg K, one of the best punchers of all time. He's in my top 5 as far as punchers go. You know what I'm saying? I do think the dog will strike again and possibly win this 2-1, but Charlie Clips could definitely win this battle. And like I always say about Clips is that I've looked at him different ever since Hollow exposed his style, the set up punchline. That's how you spit that. A candy rapper with 4 bars, you will see how easy it is to predict that. Ever since that happened, I looked at Clips a little differently, but he's still fired. You know what I'm saying? And he can freestyle, his rebuttal ability. He has the ability to shake the fucking room a couple of times and win a round off of a couple haymakers and a couple rebuttals. Freestyle ability, bro. his ability to scheme too. His schemes be crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? The which room am I in schemes and shit. We'll see if he bring that shit back. Like, let's go, man. I'm hyped to see Clips. Battle Rappers is better with Charlie Clips and when Clips is involved. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited for that shit. I know I'm covering kind of a lot of shit in this, you know what I mean? But was there anything else I wanted to speak on right this minute? You know what I'm saying? Also, Jim Jones, man. I do think Jim Jones is a rat, man. And I think that this is the last thing I'm gonna speak on, and we're gonna get the fuck up out of here. And I think Jim Jones, the reason there's no paperwork out on him, because obviously he's had drug charges disappear in VA. He's on the wiretap talking to Mel Matrix about super violating motherfuckers 6ix9ine, and he has never been brought up on charges and never got rolled up within that RICO indictment when everybody else who he fucked with went down. And I think the reason for that being, and the reason they've never had him testify against anyone, is because his cover would be blown. So then he wouldn't be able to be a confidential informant anymore. The word confidential is the key word. They're not going to have you testify because they don't want to blow his cover, because he has the ability to feed them so much information and so much useful information. They don't want to ruin that connection that they have to the hip hop industry and to the streets. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to ruin their informant. They don't want to ruin his ability to be able to inform, because if he testifies, then his cover's blown, and then he's done for. He'll never be able to be in any more gang circles again. You know what I'm saying? And won't be able to rat on anybody ever again. But I do think Jim Jones is a rat who they protect because he gives them useful information and enough information to put people behind bars or to start up investigations against people or on people. So I do think Jim Jones is a rat. You heard Max B say it years ago that Jim Jones' name is probably on some shit and this, that, and the third, and I kind of believed it back then. But the more you see it, the more it adds up. You know what I mean? Just put two and two together, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Jim Jones, it doesn't look good, homie, as far as like yo gangsterism. It looks like you a rat. It looks like they protect him. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say on that. It's your boy. Let me know what you think about all this shit. Let me know what you think about the Bigg K shit, and Clip shit, the Jag situation, the Math and Dre Dennis situation, the Misfit, uh, uh, Jazz the Rapper shit, the QP Jazz the Rap. Let me know what y'all think about all that shit. It's your boy, Brick Street Sprite. Like, subscribe, comment. Brick Street Hooligans, Brick Street Media, Hooli Vision. We out of here. 100.